Top 5 Richest Women in the United States. The United States of America is a country which resides the highest number of billionaires. But we don't talk as much about the richest women in the US as we do the men. Around 724 billionaires are Native Americans. Among those 724 American billionaires, there are a lot of women who have managed to be a part of this exclusive group. So in this video, we'll be talking about the top 5 richest female American billionaires. So without further ado, let's begin with the list. Number 5. Abigail Johnson. Abigail Johnson is the CEO of Fidelity. For those who don't know what Fidelity is about, it's a company that provides financial services to its clients. Fidelity is a pretty huge financial services corporation, having a yearly turnover of around $10.72 billion. Considering Abigail is the CEO of such a big company, she made a lot of money as well. Her current net worth is $20.9 billion. Abigail Johnson has been serving as the CEO of Fidelity Investments since 2014. She started off working in Fidelity Investments since the year 1988 as an analyst after spending her college summers working for the company. In the year 2016, Abigail Johnson also became the chairman of Fidelity International, which happens to be the sister company of Fidelity Investments, while holding the CEO position as well. Talk about multitasking. In such a big money management company that has a turnover of more than $10 billion every year, Abigail Johnson owns 24.5% stake in Fidelity Investments. That is a lot of money, isn't it? Apart from being one of the most successful businesswomen in the world, Johnson is also an amazing philanthropist. Her family often donates a huge sum of money to nonprofit organizations like Harvard, Historic New England, the Institute of Contemporary Art, and Boston area nonprofits. Abigail Johnson is a woman who stayed focused on her path, and she worked her way to the top of the company she started working for when she was in college. Number 4. Jacqueline Mars. Jacqueline Mars is the great-aunt of the 4 Mars sisters who run the famous US pet food and candy company Mars. Other than selling candies and animal products, Mars is also a provider of animal care services. Now, we know how much Americans love their pets and how much they invest in their care, which is why Mars makes so much money in the United States. The pet market is one of the most profitable markets in the United States. Jacqueline Mars makes the most amount of money. She is reportedly worth a whopping $30.3 billion. The 81-year-old businesswoman is the daughter of Audrey Ruth and Forrest Mars Sr. and granddaughter of Frank C. Mars, who was the founder of Mars. Jacqueline Mars owns over 1/3 stake in her grandfather's company. She worked for the company for over 20 years, and she also served as a member of the board of directors until 2016. Even at the age of 81, Jacqueline works like a true professional, and she now serves as a member of the board of directors in 6 different institutions, including the National Archives and Smithsonian. Her work ethic is an example that no matter how old you get, you should always work hard and use your time productively. Number 3. Julia Koch and family. Koch Industries was first run by Julia and her husband. They were a lovely couple. They met on a blind date in 1991 and by 1996 were happily married. The couple donated over $1.2 billion over the years, including a generous $10 million donation to Mount Sinai Medical Center and the Stanford Children's Medical Center. However, the year 2019 was not good for Julia Koch as her husband, David Koch, died. In 1992, David was diagnosed with advanced prostate cancer and had just a few years to live. Their love story came to a tragic end, and even though, after the death of David Koch, Julia and her 3 children inherited 42.4% of the shares of Koch Industries, life wasn't the same for Julia. Money doesn't buy happiness after all. Still, just like her late husband David Koch, Julia Koch is also a philanthropist who donates large sums of money to nonprofit organizations and hospitals. She donated a lot during the COVID-19 pandemic when it turned upside down in every way possible through a virus. Julia Koch is now worth $46.4 billion and is a member of the board of directors of Koch Industries. After her husband's death, she did a great job keeping her family together. Number 2. Mackenzie Scott. In this list, the women you will find have worked very hard to get where they are right now. By no means have we meant to say that Mackenzie Scott doesn't deserve a spot on this list, as she made most of her fortune due to the alimony settlement after divorcing the second richest man in the world, Jeff Bezos. She played a great role in the success of Amazon and Jeff Bezos, and she definitely deserves mention. So, Jeff Bezos was having an extramarital affair, which is why Mackenzie filed a divorce against Jeff Bezos. She announced the divorce on Twitter, and it was one of the most shocking news in 2019. As a settlement, Scott got 25% of Jeff Bezos' stake in Amazon, which makes it a 4% stake in the company itself. As of now, Mackenzie Scott is worth $53 billion and is the 22nd richest person in the world. Even though Mackenzie Scott made a lot of money through her divorce, she did not keep the whole amount, as she donated a large portion of her wealth to philanthropic causes. Number 1. Alice Walton. Alice Walton is the richest American woman. She is the 15th richest person in the world, having a net worth of a whopping $64 billion. So how is Alice Walton so rich? Well, she is the only daughter of Sam Walton, the founder of supermarket giant Walmart. Walmart is huge in the United States with over 4,743 stores across the nation. Walmart makes so much money that in 2020 it managed to make $559 billion in revenue. So, if a business is so huge, then the one who runs it has to be crazy rich. Alice Walton inherited a huge portion of the stakes of Walmart after the death of her father in 1992. The Walton family is the richest non-royal family in the world. However, Alice Walton doesn't spend most of her time working for Walmart, and her wealth is mostly based on the stakes that she has in Walmart. Alice spends most of her time curating artwork. She also opened her own art museum in Arkansas, the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art, which features works from greats like Warhol, Rockwell, and Rothko. When you're that rich, you can afford to focus on your passion, right? That's all for today. Hope you liked the video, and if you did, press the like button. Also, if you're new to this channel and like our content, please press the subscribe button and also press the bell icon so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Till then, we'll be signing off. Have a nice day.